It didn't, so I'll do it manually. Here we go. Hello, chat. We're here.
Oh, whoops.
Da-da-da.
Camera.
Nice. I do like the picture. That's pretty great.
Thank you.
Expert pianist.
Thank you. It's a screenshot from Final Fantasy 14 that I made using crimes that I'm not supposed to use, but whatever.
Oopsies. Yeah. Nice. It's really
Come on,
cool.
camera.
I think I played that for like 2 or 3 years straight after it came out. That's the MMO one, right?
Yeah.
It's like yeah. Yep.
Oh, when it first came out? I didn't play it when it first came out.
Oh,
I heard it was awful.
It was rough. They finally let like guilds build like you could build houses in the guilds and stuff, and then that got a little fun. But that was towards the end of when I was playing. I have like game addiction issues. I can't do MMOs. So I don't let myself. I will disappear.
Yeah. All right, come on, camera. What is going on here?
It's just giving you a hard time.
No, it's just not.
It's a ghost. Probably a ghost is focusing on. Yeah, that's what I like to think.
Yeah, yeah.
Evening,
Well, I
girl.
hope it resolves.
Yeah.
Hello,
You know what we'll do? Actually, I'm gonna dissect or do your DM first, so that I don't forget it all. Awesome.
I'm sure this will be a hard fought battle for the DM and Squid Eye. We should add like something intense to it at some point. Like the person who gets the furthest away, they just I don't know, instant eye or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at stakes. Mm-hmm. I love when everything is completely out of my control and totally up to like random chance. The universe is just, fabulous that way.
It's really easy to get invested and stay
Yeah.
invested when it can all be pulled out from under you in a moment. Yeah.
It's just like real life.
You know what? Yeah, it's very true. Oh, sorry. Let me rearrange things. Anyway, I'd lovely to see Veroth and everybody. I'm gonna do the DM inspo roll now. Oh, what an interesting number. Yes. So, if y'all want to roll your d20s, if you haven't already, and I'll go around and see who got what. We'll start with Claire. What'd you get?
4.
Okay. 4. And Sarah, what'd you get?
10.
10. Okie doke. Lil?
15.
15. Okay. And Jay?
Got a 9.
9. Okay. Well, Lily got it on point. I rolled a 15. Exactly tonight. So you will have the D12 die tonight. Breakfast burritos. All right, let's see. Let me just fix the this little nope. A webcam here to get everybody in their wonderful spots. Ready to go. Are you being like this? OBS. All right, fine. You know what I'll do? I'll just close that and try and move it here. I would just like to move the element which I've selected. Pretty please. I have never worn glasses. Ooh, nice.
Jealous. I just got new glasses and it took me half a day to get used to the astigmatism lens.
Oh no.
Oh, I would say that I hate when that happens if I
Yeah.
had
Needed
that as well.
glasses. Yeah.
But
Awesome.
I was just born with eyes that function.
I was like wondering if you're just gonna stop at I was born with eyes.
Listen, I was, you know, as far as I know, I wasn't there.
Brag.
Nice.
It's like, I was born at, yeah, just being like, I was born with eyes. Wow, what a humble brag.
Nice.
How dare you?
I don't like to share this too frequently, but I was born with two eyes.
That's like a hidden profile opening line right there. Two eyes, two hands. I'm just saying that up front, putting all of my privilege out there.
Nice.
I'm somehow gonna get canceled for this. I know it.
This will trend on yes, social media for
I'm
sure.
sorry. I just want to be clear. This is just me saying this. This is not endorsed by Madbird Streams in any way.
Our stock is tanking. That's amazing. All right. So right, it was 15, so we got that. And we will get under Wazies. Move this over here and dig into the notes. Right. Everyone narrowly avoided detection and being followed by the UAF as you escaped from the docks thanks to the lead arcanist assistants turning off the lights on the docks for most of the entirety of the docks, and everyone's ingenuity in the moment and crafting different elements of misdirection and disguise. Thankfully, found your way to away from the island far enough to engage in the 15-minute flight that for charge up time it takes for the ship to go to the through space and time over to Macaw. Docked, Jolene's little runabout there just before yours, already docked, met you at in the under the waterfall area of your island, where your dry dock, or your main dock, whatever, watery dock resides. Just everyone sort of wiping their brow, like, we made it, safe here, because you can't be followed. There's much to be done. I believe it's pretty late at night. They did the lights out like late, I think it was like 10:30, 11 or something at night. So you're all here around midnight. Just after midnight, you've arrived at the island. So I will set us up with let's see. I'll find some music here. There's a different one I use for nighttime forest. It just sounds so nice. See if I can. Yep. Anywho, I'll get some music to everybody shortly, but Jolene is just, well, looking up, at the ship. Made it. Let me help. Starts helping dock the ship and whatever else you'll need. Because it's so late, what would you all like to do as you finish docking the ship and prepare to head into the building?
I think Zia would definitely want to get Jolene acquainted with Ren.
Okay. All right, you'll head down to Red. Anyone else have any direction, whether bed or a specific area or action?
I think Sarah or Guardian wanted to talk to Ren too, right? About Archfey.
Yes.
Biz.
You want to remind Marty and bring them down here?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't impede on Zia's stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll let you.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, how dare you impede? No.
Nice. You see the elevator, actually, I guess Ren's free to be wherever now. That's awesome. All right. So as you all enter, let me ask Ashavar anything in particular for tonight?
Okay, so we're back on Macaw, right?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna go since are we staying for a bit? Or do we plan to leave quickly?
Probably saying, I mean, we're trying to do a ritual that Jolene has prepared. I have a feeling that once that's done, we're going to want to probably jet fast, just because Titania is definitely still in a lot of danger.
Okay.
But Zia's definitely at the point where she could be convinced to stay longer if you have like.
No. This is really stupid. And if we were staying overnight, she would go to her quarters and get whatever plushies are there at that time and bring them into her room in the building.
You should do it.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Yes. That's going to be awesome.
I think Grundy's gonna go to the kitchen and just make himself a late snack, and then whoever wants to swing by and grab food, he'll actually make enough for everybody.
Aw.
And of course, tea.
Yeah. Awesome. Like, taking packing the ship, everything off of it, up and several pop in, grab a bite to eat, and chat a little bit before heading to bed. So most of the crew will be in there in the galley for almost back. Sorry. Can I put the little nighttime forest music in? Okay. Oh. And yeah, you were headed down to. You were gonna go look for Ren. Did you say you were doing that with? Were you looking to bring Jolene, or were you just headed there yourself?
I was looking to bring Jolene.
Okay.
For sure.
Awesome. Okay. Jolene, of course, happy to go on. As you all kind of pile in. You don't hear anyone in the lower levels of the the basement levels here. So you head up to the main floor to start looking about. Grundy heads off to the kitchen with a bunch of the other crew. It doesn't take too long for Rin to come out of another room off to the left, one of the reading rooms. They come around. You're all back. Pleasure. See you all again.
A little sooner than expected, but nonetheless.
Everyone's well and accounted for.
And a little bit of a new person as well.
Oh, I missed you. I'm terribly sorry. I'm Renestra. You can call me Rin. Shake Jolene will, shake hands. Pleasure. Yes.
Yes, so this is Jolene.
Oh, this?
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
No.
And this
Jazz
is
hands.
you get a telepathic message like from Ren, and you're here not under duress. Everything's all right. This is. You need help.
I think everything is okay. Um, Jolene definitely convinced me that it was our mother who had kind of played both of us against each other for a lot of this time. And Jolene trusted me enough to give me one of the books of Enoch that she had collected, and I was able to verify its authenticity. So it's unlikely that somebody would give away an artifact of that power if they weren't absolutely willing.
All right. Incredible. And then back out loud. Well, I'm very glad to make your acquaintance then properly. Um, I hope you'll fill me in on everything that's happened. Is there anything I can do now that you're all here to help settle in?
Well, that's the thing. I know it's late, and I think we've all had a really rough day, so we could probably do with some rest. But in the morning, it would be great to get started on a ritual that
Oh,
Jolene had discovered, and one for bringing our father back to the material.
oh. Bringing and of course you hear Raziel, everyone else hears like this overlay of musical notes that fills their ears instead as his name is spoken. That's that's fantastic.
Yeah, I uh, completely unexpected. No idea what have even been remotely possible, but Jolene discovered something. So
Right, right. Well,
take it
let's.
away, Jolene.
I'd love to hear more about that if you have some time to talk. Of course, of course. I will prepare and get some good rest, and hope you do the same there. Well, gather mid morning, midday, whatever you need.
Oh, and I believe there was one other piece of information that you might be interested in. That our friend Alana was able to discover about Guardian.
Oh, that's so. Looks over to Alana. Ah, pleasure to have you back with us, Alana. What's your?
Pleasure to be back. I'm just blushing. Yes, well, I was, we were stuck on the island, we couldn't leave for a bit, and I was a bit bored, so I started, researching a bit about Guardian, because I was just ever so fascinated by the whole situation, really, and I recognized, so, well, anyways, I, I think I might know their name, based on some previous research, and they wanted to talk to you about, being an archfey, do.
All right. Well, I'm of course always happy to speak with any of you. That sounds exciting for Guardian. Um, very well. So whenever they're ready, and looks around, and Guardian's already like in the galley eating. But like, just send them, let them know that they can come speak with me, or bring them if you wish, and at your next convenience.
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful. But perhaps after the ritual preparations, if that's all right. Perfect. Wonderful. Good to see you. It's good to see you all. Rest up, then. Rest up. But Jolene, let's talk. The two of them will go back into that reading room across the big hallway here, from the galley. begin discussing the big ritual to bring Raziel back from banishment. Okay. Any RP anyone would like to do this evening? Okie doke. In that case, go ahead and I don't know if we had any battle recently. I can't remember, but go ahead and give yourselves a long rest in D&D Beyond just in case. And I had some
Yeah, actually, because I used the spell slot for the fog cloud.
Oh,
Mhm.
right. Okay, good. Yeah, get rested up nicely. Everyone has a nice recuperative sleep. I mean, it's your own bed. These bedrooms are designed to be, just what you want and need. Changes, to your needs every time you enter a little bit. They really sleep. Morning rolls around. Um, I think the bedroom's on the 5th or 6th floor. So you wake up, as you wake up, anyone looking to get up super early, or everyone just kind of rolling out after we rested?
I
Is he
don't
is
think
definitely.
Ashafar,
Oh,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think Ashafar would get up early unless she had to.
Nice. Awesome.
Grundy will actually go outside and wander a little bit because he's got a lot on his mind. The whole sister being in charge of the task force chasing us
Yeah,
was kind of a shock.
nice.
Oh, right. The surprised look on Sarah's face.
Oh, surprise. Yeah.
So, yeah. And Siltree is short for Megan Siltree, which is Silver Streak, which is Grundy's sister,
Mhm.
but she don't remember him.
Oh dear.
Mm.
I meant to watch the episode from last week, but
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
forgotten like 3 appointments this week.
Oh no.
The brain is not firing on all thrusters.
Dang. Yeah, no worries on that. Yeah,
No
I think that
worries.
was the big thing. I think that's the only big thing from that and
Yeah.
Jolene, being sort of copacetic in this, like trying to connect, like, hey, mom put Lucia, mom put this wedge in here. Let's and she kidnapped or abducted Titania. Um, they're
Moms,
looking
man.
for yeah, classic
Mm.
mom. Uh, they're looking for Titania's mom's also looking for uh um Tamiya's tether, which is the final ancient tech piece you're looking for up in Sivella. So that's the other important bit. But otherwise, just a bunch of madness as per usual.
And probably the greatest escape ever.
Yeah, it was really
Nice.
fun. It was really
Zero
fun
combat escape.
and impressive. Yeah.
Very rare that happens.
True.
But yeah, no, just Grundy's gonna walk around. If I remember correctly, the area outside's kind of like a wooded area, or is it a garden, or
Oh yeah,
what is
yeah.
it?
When you step out, there's sort of a switchback on the mountainside that goes down into it's the island itself is maybe only like a half a mile from one end to the other, but it's all greenery, uh, forest around with a big waterfall that there's one that pours down over where you enter and another one that runs off the side of the island.
Yeah. So Grundy's gonna, because his sister and everything, all that, the way his parents raised him and all that, he is gonna find probably a tree that doesn't look as good. So it's it's basically it's tree that can be cut up for firewood, and he's just actually gonna just kind of punch, kind of just stand, kind of like a rhythmic punching, kind of like just to get out the
Gotcha.
get it all out.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Nice. It's a lot. um, okay. Let's see. All right, so morning time. I imagine everyone's gonna elect at one point maybe for breakfast, but does anyone have anything else they'd like to do beforehand? Um,
Not in particular, no.
Hold on a second. Nope.
Okay, Alana. Okay. Okie doke. Well, breakfast served. Vic has quite a spread today. Definitely appreciating being here, being well supplied, and and you know it's home. It's home. So it's a hearty home cooked breakfast with a lot of soul food for everybody that just feeds what they need there, feeds the soul as well as the body. Um, and and ooh, goodbye train of thought. Um, right. Most of the crew is going to be in here this morning around the same time. Everyone's just had a nice sleep in and is getting ready for the day. Jolene will looking a little tired, but maybe stayed up late, but got their 8 hours in after. Sits down, across from you, Zia, roughly, among everyone else at the table. Well, Rin definitely knows their stuff. They'll be building out setting up the components, building out the ritual as needed. It will call on the power of all three books. So, given Rin my other copy, you know, and nervous, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost a bit of an understatement. Last time we came in close contact with our father through the purple lightning, it was a bit difficult, like almost like a sickness came over a number of us.
Oh,
So I don't
wow.
know. I hope nothing similar happens. That would be,
I hope.
but we should be prepared for something if that should happen. I think we have some healing potions. I think, and some spells probably prepared as well, just in case.
Good. I'll update Rin. I assume they likely already know about those events on those getting ill, falling ill with the purple lightning, but just to ensure that they're factoring that in to this ritual. I'll remind them.
Thanks. How does it feel now that you've it's the I know when I saw this room for the first time and remembered it, it was a pretty overwhelming experience.
Um, it still feels a bit surreal as I'm aware of where I am. There's a lot of feelings, but I was sort of looking at them in the looking glass.
Yeah.
um, I'm sure they'll wash over me at some point. Hopefully not during the ritual, but I have a lot of fond memories here. A lot of not fond, but a lot of really wonderful memories here. In
Yeah.
Titania, Raziel, and music for everyone else.
I think, in many ways, thinking about what Ren went through, I think
Mm.
I was lucky to just have memory loss, really, as the only horrible thing that happened to me. I mean, Ren put up with being transformed into a beast that died every night and was like resurrected for years and years. It was I guess we never really checked if there's still the pile of corpses underneath the island.
He shared his story, but left out the pile of corpses.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
we should try to make this a place with happier memories, but if I were them, I would not want to remain here. They are a lot stronger than I am in that regard.
Indeed. I think even just the sight of my room when I stepped in last night, my journals, even those memories felt too harsh to. I felt the pull. Uh, I almost turned and left the room. I can't imagine all that Rin's been through. But you're right. It's you and I. We have a chance here to start making better memories. Having Raziel back. My memories were under that spell for a considerable while. I only regained my memories by dying for a short time, being brought back. But since then, looks around at everyone at the table like, I hope I'm not bringing everyone down too hard. Jolene, like, oh. Since then, that moment's replayed many times. Banishment. But what that woman did to him, that soon begin getting things back. It's time for us to get ours. She'll have her day.
Yeah, we will.
And this food is delicious. This is I see the Goliath in the kitchen has a depth in the culinary arts. Phenomenal. You're all so fortunate.
Yeah, he's quite the chef. And I'll give like a little smile over Vic's way.
He'll kind of be, a little busy and look up, and then like, little blush, and smile back, and then nice. Yeah. Does anyone have anything that they'd like to roleplay or talk out at breakfast time? I'll check in with Alana first. Anything for you, Alana? No? Okay. Ashavar? Okay. And Grundy, assuming that Grundy's made it back anyway.
Yeah, Q will have gone back. Probably hit the shower real quick and then come back down and join everybody. But kind of like probably like unusually, he's gonna keep to himself a bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You see Grundy a few spots down and a little reserved as everyone's eating at breakfast. All right. Breakfast finishes. Give me a little free time before Rin is setting up the ritual and all. In case there's anything anyone wants to do, I'll pause for a moment to see. Okay, otherwise, Rin at one point covered in chalk, some of the other components that spells you often use. All right, so the ritual circle and protective spells and everything down the list is done. I can, when you're ready, I can take probably just, um, 4 or 5 of you, to account for main people PCs. And I can cover what the ritual entails, as it's intense. But I'll explain further when you're ready. Is now a good time, or would you like to do this later?
I think we're all itching to go. And Zia will kind of look down at Grundy, who's further away. Right, Grundy?
Just a pause for a moment, and oh yeah, we're ready.
I mean, with a celestial, a celestial's help, we might be able to help with some potential memory issues.
No, let's hope so.
Subtext being that Zia thinks that Grundy has memory issues.
Nice.
But
That's right.
Bruh.
Yeah, lead the way.
All right. Well, with me then, and as you walk over to the elevator, Rin will bring you down to the basement floor where that one room and that particular floor that is designed specifically to house the 3 books, the 3 books of Enoch there. And let me see which floor that is. Which floor is it? All right. Basement level 6, Book of Enoch storage. Okay, thank you, Bastian. Um, and it's been so there's 3 pedestals. It's like a bright white room, and there's a floor and walls and ceiling. You're sure of it, but it's just light. But there's like a force that kind of creates the room instead of walls or texture. But there are 3 pedestals. But now it's been covered in chalks of different color with runic symbols, like there are runes overlapping all over the ceiling and walls. And it forms this really, really interesting and intricately overlapped runic circle between the 3 pedestals. You see the books, one on each. Actually, Rin would probably check before coming down to get that third one, which I think is on the ship.
Yes, and we would give it over.
Okay. So as you go down, Rin goes over and sets that book down. All right. Well, there are many things to consider with this particular spell. This is pulling on the magics within the Book of Enoch, which holds reality warping, shifting power. We'll need a little blood from our esteemed members of the family line to activate each book. Not much. I will need your assistance in this, taking on different roles. I need one person to be in charge. This may seem simple, but it takes a bit of endurance to hold us up, to chat during this ritual. Looks around to see if anyone's. So I'm actually gonna have somebody chanting. The chant is hamina, 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 and you can add little ahs and ums or flair, but you're just gonna be chanting once a ritual starts. And you can role play and chip in if there's something else you want on top of that, but you're gonna be chanting for the thing. So let me know if anyone's. You don't have to answer yet. We're gonna go through other roles. So another task is reading the mantra for this, and it's a lorem ipsum paragraph that I'm gonna have somebody read, and when you finish, you just restart it and you keep reading it. You don't have to pronounce it properly. You can butcher it as much as you like. It's just for flair for the spell. Um, I could use assistance with managing the magic, and I'm a little keen on asking for your assistance in this, Alana. Um, I think that nice. All right, yeah. Um, and those are going to be like Arcana checks to manage it, so you don't have to. Or Ashavar also being magically inclined. If you or feel like, "Oh, I think I'd be good at that," then of course you can take over instead. Um, they're just proposing a lot of because of roleplay before and seeing like and
It makes
seeing.
sense.
Mhm,
Alana's a wizard, right?
mhm, mhm.
Probably a little more disciplined than Ashavar is.
Nice, nice.
And plus 17 disciplined.
Mm, mm. And then
You gotta do the eyeglass push, man.
nice. Raziel again, magical notes, has been banished to the far realm. And now that's like the Cthulhu-esque realm. And our realm. That's where reality exists too. Is the far realm in the cosmology. Creatures from that realm will undoubtedly try to use this ritual to their advantage, hiding in the adjacent astral plane that the ritual taps into to retrieve and return Raziel. Only to jump into the prime once the ritual completes. So, while in the astral plane, the creature's stability is easily broken with a single attack. Successful attack. So I need someone to enter or use magics to see into the astral plane and attack and disrupt any creatures attempting to hijack the spell to gain access to the prime. It takes only a single attack to disperse them. I'm sure there will be many attempting to come aboard.
Um, I know Ashvar's a glass cannon, but she'll volunteer for this. And if Rien wants someone else to do it, then she will do the chanting.
Yep. Bryn
Or
doesn't
she'll
have any.
chant and fight.
Nice, nice. All right, so I'm gonna put Ashfar down for fighting. Um, there'll be other offerings that people can bring forth. Jolene will be a focus of that, and Zia, if you have anything as well, that you might feel called forward to give once the ritual begins, you'll feel the moment, and if you have um, it could be a material object, it could be something more personal, it can be spell slots, things of yourself that you can give, um, really anything that will contribute this as well. Um, that would be appreciated. So, Jolene and Zia, I'll have to ask the two of you to be separate from the rest, in that your role is key in tethering your bloodline, Raziel. Uh, and yeah.
Okay.
Right. Um, so, let's see. Rin's gonna look at Grundy to see, if they want to do chanting or the mantra or battle. I mean, you don't have to do those. You want to do battle along with Ashavar, you just
Yeah.
have to have another way into the astral plane.
Yeah, Grundy will do battle.
Battle. Okay.
Yep. Well, defense battle. Yeah.
Um. So, having spoken before, Rin knows that Ilana's worked out with Rin to let someone share her cloak, see into the astral plane. Um, which would probably go to Ashvar having volunteered first for that. How does Grundy want to get into the astral plane? Have a spell or anything that can see into the astral plane or help you in there? Same for Alana, if Alana has any spells for that.
I have demi-plane, but that goes to a demi-plane. I don't
Gotcha.
like.
Okay.
Alana's very pew pew magic, not very practical magic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Grundy's is mostly defense buffs and attack spells. So
Okay.
and healing.
Say. All right. I think in that case, we'll just have Rin give Grundy. We'll say Rin has a potion that they prepared before, asking Alana for the cloak, where you will be able to, you'll shift into the astral plane. So, Grundy, in this case, imbibe this potion. It lasts up to an hour. However, the ritual will pull you back to the prime once completed. It's very important that you stay within this main ritual circle, as this is transporting your whole self to the astral plane, as opposed to Ashvar that will simply be peering in and able to see and disrupt the creatures in there. If you are outside of the circle and it finishes, you may return at the end of the hour, or the ritual may stick you into the astral plane. If you're outside of the circles, just be sure you remain within.
Understood.
It's sizable. It's like a 20-foot ritual circle, so there's a good space in there. Very well. Well, we'll let this begin then, and they'll just call down. Let's say, well, they'll have Sadie do either the chants or the other thing, the Lorem Ipsum. Can't think of the word I was using. Anyway, and they'll
Mantra.
Thank you. Yes, the mantra sounds much better. Um, do you have a crew member that you would like brought down to do the chanting? Or the opposite of what Sadie's doing?
Ashavar nominates Ash.
Okay, yeah. Ash will come down. All right. Yeah, I can do that. Homina, and whatnot. Yeah, sure thing.
That's about it. Yeah, you got it.
Perfect. All right. So she'll be the one that's down here with you during the ritual to take that place. Let me switch over to this music for you all as we begin the ritual. All right. And so everyone takes their places. There's two large circles within this ritual space for Thea and Jolene, and then Rin forming sort of a triangle. Opposite, you're each standing between two of the pedestals, the books. The two who give a little blood in the books to get them powered up and going. And Sadie begins. Wow, it's really loud. Sadie begins their work of either chanting or doing the mantra. And I'll ask Ilana for the first Arcana check. as the two of you are trying, you and Rin are trying to summon forth and manage an immense amount of magic through very like fine-tuned circuits in the ritual circle.
21.
Success for this first check. Excellent. All right. Boom, boom. There's sort of that hum of arcana as some of the runes softly begin lighting up here and there, sparsely. Let's see. Round one. It's pretty straightforward. I think that the first thing that Zia and Jolene are gonna feel is there's already a little bit of a drain, a pull on you as the two of you are tethering Raziel, and it's sort of like attaching like a rubber band. Suddenly you two are holding on to the end of this rubber band. Raziel is so far away, so there's sort of a pull. So I'll ask Jolene and which I'll do, of course, and Zia, just to make you can do a Constitution saving throw or an athletics check, whichever is going to benefit you more.
I'm gonna go ahead and I think probably do one of my luckies.
Okay.
'Cause
Oh
I just
no.
rolled a one. I just rolled a 1.
Oh my goodness.
So I have a feeling that might not be good enough. Okay, that's slightly better. Okay. 18.
Okay. You and Jolene both got an 18. And so you feel you're just like getting your footing and like kind of holding yourself in place in this ritual circle. Now feeling this pull, this tension, this great tension. Round one, Ashavar, you've done this. Gosh, what's the name of the cloak? Well, the cloak of robe of eyes. Yeah, so you got to put, the which you've already done. Put the cloak up and everything, and put the action word. And you can. It's jarring a little because you can see in 360 degrees when you do, and you can see the whole room shifts into this astral base as well. So you can see some of the magics as they draw on the astral realm too. Sort of,
Guys, this is a trip.
It's kind of like adding a steam bath overlay to the room, and the steam is kind of swirling down into these runes that are slowly powering up and whipping around the space like a sauna. And you kind of feel a little of that density to the atmosphere just by being aware of it. But no creatures yet. Grundy, you've taken the potion, in this first round, and your whole form just kind of phases. You feel like you're vibrating super quickly, like the flash through a wall, like whoa, and you find yourself in this room where it loses all color. Everyone loses all color. Everything goes grayscale. And again, it's like a sauna, except there's a lot more diffuse light for you. It's harder to see the material plane, but easier to see what's happening here. No creatures this first round.
Can I take an action this first round?
Go for it. Yep.
Okay. So it's just a bonus action, but I have it now, so I'm gonna do it. She kind of looks around from under the cloak and gives everybody a kind of a face of watch this, and like tucks in for a second, and then 2 silver dragon wings spring out of her back.
Oh, nice. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Nice.
And I now have a flying speed of 30.
Yes.
Boom.
It's happening. The thing we
I was
all
so
wait
looking
for
forward
is-
to this.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Wings when you fold them up behind you. It's like, yeah. Awesome.
I imagine the cloak is just kind of, between them.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Beautiful. Wings out. Keeping it careful. Careful. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do in this first round before the second one comes to pass? Okay. Second round. As for another Arcana check from Alana, little higher DC is this one. As the energy really starts like opening floodgates slowly, and it's like muck and mire of Arcana comes through first before like all the magic behind it starts pouring out, pouring through. Which is getting really intense this second round.
30.
Okay, with 30. And okay, well that balances Rin's roll out. But you carefully craft. You've used huge spells before, so you're ready for this sort of magic, and you craft it right through the channels of this circuit board that is this runic circles, keeping the spell crisp and clean for round 2. Sadie and Ash continue their good work. All right, Zia and Jolene, you feel your bodies are tethered with that first round here. The second one, you feel this is more affecting like the inner, like you're tethered by bloodline, by soul, and so there's a bit of a tug internally of that incorporeal being that you are within the fleshy suit. So I'd like to ask for let's see, what would this be? There might be a check you can do alternatively. Let's see. All right. I would say you can roll an Arcana check, or you can do I'm gonna say intelligence saving throw, because this one is sort of in the middle of a ritual designed around that, and allowing you to use your knowledge of what's happening to kind of resist. So you can do like an intelligence saving throw or an Arcana check, or if you just want to do it manually, sort of by feel, you could do a Wisdom saving throw, whichever's going to suit you best. And let me know what you get.
Can I use lucky on saving throws? I'm not rolling very well right now. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I got a 12.
Okay. Between you and Jolene, is there anything you want to do before?
I actually, well, if I use I could use my very last round of lucky, but I already used one of it on this because the first time I rolled it, I got an 11, and then the second time I got a 12.
Nice.
So I could use a third one here, but then that would be my last lucky.
It's not at all like a DM. Are you sure? It's just like, oh, let me check. Let me pause myself and check. It's not a check-in. Like, hey.
Okay, because that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll take the consequences.
Okay.
With the 12.
Well, between that roll and Jolene's, the ritual continues. The tether continues. There's a little less pull on that sort of physical sensation, but it's now shared with this sort of internal soul, a source that it's tethered to. Feels maybe a little wobbly for you, not as stable maybe as you'd like it to be, but it is stable and balanced between you and Jolene overall. For now. Inside this misty area, 3 creatures appear. Check in with Ashavar first. So, see your mind, you just have to make a successful attack. That's it. So if it's a thing where they take damage at all, like a spell, and they've got saves and half does damage, they disperse. Just disrupting their attempt. What would you like to do? You see 3 around the room. 2 in the back, 2 corners, and 1 right in the middle of the ritual space. The room's
I'm gonna-
maybe 40 feet by 40 feet.
Ashavar is going to take flight, not too high, like probably whatever the creature's height is, like maybe 5-10 feet above that.
Okay.
And she's gonna go for the one in the middle of the ritual,
Okay.
and cast Ray of Frost.
Nice. Awesome. Go for it. High up. Wings.
19.
19 absolutely hits, so I won't make you do any damage. It's sort of this misty, shadowy force of some terrible creature from the depths. What do you want it to look like as you disperse its little steam version here?
Just because I've been rewatching some Doctor Who, I'm gonna make it look like a Bating.
Nice.
It's the creature that eats non-organic material and is like really short.
Nice. All right. Tells the first creature's attempt. Is there anything else left in your turn that I guess?
Action, bonus action, movement. Or no, I didn't use my bonus action. But I don't think I have any.
Bonus action.
I believe she's too far away to. Well, that would be an action anyway. She's gonna cast Dragon's Breath, so it's available because it's a bonus action too.
Gotcha.
But then an action to actually,
do the thing. Perfect. So you feel your chest cavity and they're gonna fill up with the magic. Beautiful as you fly over the center. Over to Grundy then, you see there's one maybe 15 feet from you because you're sort of in that back left corner, and then the other one's in the back right corner, which is about 40 feet away from you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fling an ice knife at since I can do 2 attacks per action. I'm gonna fling an ice knife at each of them.
Okay, is that
It's
come with 2 ice knives? If you use an action to cast a spell, you have. If you're gonna, you can only do it once. Even if you have 2 actions, you can only cast 1 spell per. You can do cantrips, right? They're both cantrips. Right? If ice
no,
knife
unfortunately,
okay.
yeah, no.
The cantrips you can do, but yeah, bonus. If you're gonna do more than 1, bonus action can be any level spell. Action has to be a cantrip. So if you have 2 attack actions, not extra attacks, but 2 like attack actions, then you could use 2 cantrips.
Alright, so I can't cast 1 spell and 1 cantrip.
You can only if this spell is a bonus action, and then the action is a cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then. Alright, so then I guess I will just swing with the Scimitar of Warning.
Okay. Close to 15 feet over to this creature. This creature sort of looks like a dog without skin. It's just muscle and sinew instead of and maybe like a Doberman without any flesh go over. But misty form. Go ahead and make an attack.
That is a 19 to hit.
Nice. What do you want your attack to look like as it disperses?
Sort of just a swoosh.
Whoosh.
You know.
Evaporates around it disperses right around your blade. Do you want to start moving at all towards the other one? It's about 40 feet away in the other back corner.
Yeah, because you said 15 feet away, this one?
Yeah, this one. So you only had to move 10 feet to get up to it. So you've got whatever remainder of your.
Yeah, movement. I can make the remaining 30 feet over.
Nice. Are you hustled and prepared for the next creature? Excellent. Excellent. All right. As we come around to the third round of this, Alana, please make a fresh Arcana check. Along with Ren. That was really good.
32.
Okay, it wasn't 32, but it was good for Ren. Nice. Okay. You continue to maintain the complete integrity of this very intricate and highly powerful spell. The hum getting louder now for everyone, and the atmosphere of magic, the density of Arcana here sort of feels like a couple levels of atmosphere pushing in on your ears and such. Sadie and Ash doing their bit. Zia and Jolene. Rin says aloud, "This is the moment to decide what to offer." And you'll know. Yeah, and would you like to go first, Zia, or would you like Jolene to go first?
I think Zia would, for the very first time, really look up to Jolene to see, as the older sibling, what she would do first.
All right. She starts by speaking for us, Father, it's been many years living without even knowing the pain you must have been going through. Eleven years before I remembered. We're going to bring you back. We're going to make this work. I held back when I was a child. I should have told you what was going on beforehand. I didn't. So I won't hold back now, Father. Ren, or Ritual, whoever I give this to, I give you 11 years of my life. Things down, and you see this glow, that sort of angelic glow that you, the radiant soul sort of energy, a little bit, like her eyes kind of light up, and you see them grow a little more dim, and you see her age by about 11 years, which isn't substantial, but you can see it take place over, or starting to take place. It's going to take a couple rounds, but that begins taking place. Oh, you see you're in some pain and fighting through it. But that's her offer. Turn it over to you, Zia.
Father, for many years, I, due to the influence of our mother, took your name in vain and sought revenge falsely against you. And in my eyes, I could only see resentment, even in seeing myself as a reflection of you, and my abilities as a curse that you had passed on to me. And so for that, Enzia casts Fire Rune as taught by Vic on one of the daggers, actually the dagger that Sinister gave her, to imbue it with kind of fiery energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then uses that to actually cut under and through. And so everybody kind of sees this, the eye that would not turn off, that was just like pulsating light underneath this sealed eye patch, cuts out the eye, is only able to like use thanks to actually Carmine specifically, to be able to use a reactive resistance to fire damage.
Okay.
And so takes only half damage from this, but still is cutting out the full eye.
Okay.
Takes it out as it's fully lighting forward, and then it kind of passes into energy. And you can kind of see that the wings that usually like form, they have like started to kind of become kind of ghostly, and slowly fade away into nothingness, indicating that she can't use that ability anymore.
All right. Damn. Yep. That's
hardcore.
yeah. That's
I
awesome.
already gave years of my life,
Yeah.
so I can't do it again.
It's very true, right?
That is metal AF.
Amazing. I'm gonna have this.
Very lucky. I have to roll damage on this now, so.
Yeah, best of luck. I'm gonna have this round be the carving out of the eye, and we'll have next round be like that diminishing and disappearance of the wings. So we're gonna you hold it out, like you said, it's energy into the spell, and between those two heavy sacrifices, Alana, you feel like the energy's really charged, and you're getting close to completing this ritual. Maybe a couple more rounds. This energy's very, very strong. So there are another creature appears in the astral plane. There are currently two. The one next to Grundy, and Ashvar, another one that appears maybe like 5 feet off from being below you. What would you like to do, Ashvar?
She'll go for the one that just appeared, since Grundy's got one. She figures Grundy can handle himself.
Nice.
Or wait, if Grundy gets hit once, he just poofs.
He's okay as long as he's outside of the circle. He's in the back corner now. So outside of the ritual, but as long as he's back in the ritual circle before it ends, he should be okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, these things haven't attacked yet. So yeah, she'll go for the one that's just appeared.
Okay.
And she's saving. I think she's gonna save Dragon's Breath in case we get a little crowded. So she's just gonna pretty much do the same thing, fly over its head and Ray of Frost.
Nice.
Funny.
Oh, that hits absolutely. As you fly over, and the ray of frost down just crumbles the ice and dissipates into fog. All right, which will bring us over to Grundy in the back corner with that other beast. What would you like to do?
Going to actually Ray of Frost, and will I have been able to see what Zia did on the way?
So the details are pretty fuzzy because you're completely in the astral plane, but you can see like a misty version of it, but there's a lot of light in in the room. So I'd say you get the gist without the details.
Yeah, so seeing as what I did to the other thing was at least a little bit effective, I'm going to do the same thing with this one and then head my way back. Yeah, well, kind of like a holding pattern, like to see what ones comes up next. So I'm gonna hit this one again.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And yeah, let's see.
This
I'm gonna
one's
close
a
it.
weapon attack, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna close
Okay.
into 5 feet and then
Okay.
whack again.
I think you are there. Just so you know, you should have your full movement after this.
It's 25 feet. 25 to hit.
Oh gosh, yeah, that absolutely hits.
Yeah.
Phew. If you don't.
And do I see another creature at all?
None currently. The room seems to be empty. You see Ashavar flying over the center of the ritual circle. You're only like 15 feet away. It's sort of 15 feet out from the corners.
So I should stay within the circle, yes?
Yeah, you want to end this ritual inside the circle. So
Okay, so just in case, I'm actually gonna pop in to the circle.
nice. Okay, and how much? What's your
And then-
movement speed?
I have 40 feet
40,
of movement
okay.
speed.
So
Yeah.
you get back to the center if you wish. You can get to the center of the ritual circle with 40 feet from here.
Well, I don't want to go in the circle, inside the middle, but I want to make sure that I'm within reach so that I can easily pop
Okay.
over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so 20 feet to get to the edge there, and you're ready. You're ready. All right. That brings us back around. Alana, this is, I'll need another Arcana check, please. Things are getting pretty intense.
25.
Okay, you're gonna win both. Excellent. Um, Holding steady still. So really working very well so far. No integrity breaks, nothing. So each round more and more of these runes illuminate. So everyone's getting a sense of like how close this is getting to being fully charged. Let's see. We're headed over to Jolene and Zia next, where that second round is sort of like Jolene is aging, and Zia, you've removed the eyes, disappeared, and now the wings are dimming to nothingness. I will say that you feel a rapid reduction in that pull, as though it's something, whatever is tethered on the other side, or is rapidly approaching. Like a slingshot, this rubber band effect. And Lady and Ash continue their fun stuff. Ashvar and Grundy, you see a form. Now this room is about 25 feet tall, but you see a form in this sort of astral plane, the mist of this space, that takes up a good like 17 foot tall, humanoid, large wings, sort of in a misty cloud form, as though they're there and they're sort of affecting this mist around them. So you can see as they move and kind of struggle coming in to being, not quite there yet. In the very center of the runic circle. You also see 4 creatures appear. There are
Okay.
2 in the back right corner where Grundy, where you just fought some. And then there is 1 in the back left corner, and 1 a little bit behind you near the entrance, Ashvar.
Okay.
So if it were a clock, there would be 2 up at 1:30, right up in the up there. 1 over at 10:30, and then 1 down
Okay.
almost near 6 o'clock. You're in the center, Ashavar, and Grundy, you're
Okay.
up near that 1:30 corner.
Okay.
Which leads to Ashvar.
So can I fly kind of just straight, stay at the same height, and
Mhm.
get in between them so I'm within 60 feet of both of them?
The two in that back corner.
No, the one at 6 and the one at 10.
Let's see. All right, so that's 40 feet to there, and 20. So that's 60 feet. But they're
I
pretty.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. You could group the two in the back corner, but unfortunately, the other one it's a 40-foot, space. So yeah, absolutely, you could. Yep,
Okay.
it's a straight
cool.
shot into that back corner.
All right. And so she's going to basically fly sort of like right between those, the 1030 and the 6 one,
Okay.
and fire one ray of frost at one and quicken another ray of frost for the other.
Okay.
Quicken spell.
With quicken spell, so because I had to look this up. The same thing. It gives you, of course, all the options of actions for a bonus action, but they still limit you to, if it's a leveled spell as a bonus action. If you use quicken to make an action spell bonus action. If it's a leveled spell, the action has to be a cantrip.
Ray of frost is a cantrip.
Oh, it is. Okay, perfect.
That's why I've been using it, so I don't use up my spell slots.
Awesome.
Only need to hit him once.
yeah, I know, right? They're great.
Yeah. So that's okay. Hug.
Mhm.
One is just an auto fail. I can't add anything to it.
Yeah, if it's one, it's just a
Yeah.
mess.
Okay, so I didn't specify which one I was hitting first. So.
You can let me know. It doesn't matter, whichever.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 26 for this.
Oh, yeah, that one will hit,
So the one that she hit or aimed for is the whichever one is close to this 17-foot tall figure.
The one at 6 o'clock is a little closer.
Okay.
Because that's the one you obliterate.
Boop. Yes.
Nice. You reach. You go for the first one, but just through some of the mist, and then with the distance, it's one. You turn and nail that other one at 6 o'clock. Dissipates. Beautiful. Okay. Then, Runty, you see that take place. You're kind of aware of the situation. What would you like to do?
So you say there are 2 left, right?
There are 3 currently. One in that top left around 1030 corner, and 2 near to you in that 130 corner.
Okay. So, and how far in between those 2?
40 feet. They're like right in the corners.
Okay. Now I have 2 attacks per action, but you say I can use a cantrip for my bonus action.
If you have a cantrip that uses bonus.
Yes. So can I split up that attack? Can I split that attack with a bonus action in between it?
I see. So you want to do like one of your swings first, then do your bonus, and yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. So for the first one, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna swing.
Okay.
Okay. First swing. 14.
14 hits.
Okay.
Hey,
And then, all right, and then the other one is 40 feet away. I'm going to move 10 and then Misty Step to the other one.
Okay. All right.
Misty Step is so good.
Nice. So, sorry, you killed one of the 2 nearby. That's just like 15 feet to get back there. You killed one of those. And then you're Misty Stepping over to the other one.
I'm going to move 10 feet because I know that my Misty Step is limited to 30 feet right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to move 10 feet towards it and then Misty Step. So you kind of just see Grundy running and then you just see him like
Nice.
kind of bamf towards it.
Yeah, you turn to run, and that other one does get an attack of opportunity. If they're kitty cornered. And I don't think that hits. 14.
Nope.
So, it kind of bites through this trail of smoke you're leaving behind in space. You move over those 10 feet, bam, Misty step to that back left corner.
And then whack.
Okay. Make that attack. Beautiful.
Oh, that's a 9. I do have inspiration. Can I use that?
Oh yeah, your sub inspo?
Yeah, it's still there. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's
So
2d8.
what was that? 2d8. Okay, let me
Mhm.
grab 2d8s. Okay, that's the diamond-looking ones. That is a 4 and a 2. 6 plus 9. That is 15.
That hits. Okay, good. Yeah. you kind of go to line it up and you can tell it's just off a little bit, so you use a maneuver to gonna bring it back around and slash through, dissipating that one up in that 1030, like leaving only one single creature in that 130 corner.
So 15 feet, 10 feet. So I still have like 15 feet left over. I'm just no, 15 feet to get to that one that I got
and then
first.
10, 25.
It's 25.
You
So I still
15
have.
left.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way towards the other one, and
Okay,
then that will be it for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So it's effectively 30. So you're 15 feet away from getting in melee range of that other one at the end of this turn. Nice. All right. So the next round comes around. What seems like it might be the final round by all accounts. Alana, please make one final Arcana check.
$49.
Okay. All right. Well, you and Rin hold. I mean, you're carrying the weight of this. Like Rin's getting good rolls. They get like mid to the highish 20s with good rolls, but you're got a number of 30s in here and stuff. So it's extra impressive. Holding the spell intact the whole way through. No mishaps. No problems. Beautiful. Ash continue their business. Jolene and Zia, for you, Zia, you feel that that draw on your radiant soul, this thing that's been a part of you. It's just a part of you. It's like an arm, a leg. It's a core part of who you are. You feel it draining away as you've released this eye that has not stopped glowing, that's been behind this eye patch. There's maybe a little relief almost as you initially kind of take that out, but you feel the drain it takes on you. There is a significant portion of your radiant soul that has been consumed and given to the spell. So indeed, you have lost the flight ability. You'll maintain the damage thing that you can do once a short rest or whatever, but it is definitely taken away a good deal of that radiance. May I ask? I'm gonna have Jolene and you just make a Constitution saving throws. That takes the aging, as you know, and this take a considerable toll on the body. Let me know what you get once you're set.
This is the last round, right?
This feels like the last round of this ritual.
Okay. I think I'll use my last lucky because I got an 11.
Yeah.
I'm like doing these like terrible rolls here, Jesus.
No.
Oh my god, you gotta. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I have to stick with the 11 because the second one was a 6.
You want my DM inspo?
Oh,
It's a D12.
that would be nice if that's okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, take it. I forget to use it half the time anyways.
Okay, so that is added to the
Yes.
correct. That's how it
Correct.
works. Okay, so I got an 11 on that.
Okay.
So we add the 11 to the 11. That's a 22. Thank you so much, Alana. So I'm out of luckies. I'm out of everything.
Okay.
But hopefully that's good enough.
Thank goodness. Yeah, a significant difference between 11 and 22 in this particular role. So, I know sometimes it's like.
I'm imagining just Alana just like killing these Arcana checks. Just like, this is the easiest magic I've ever done. This is nothing in comparison to like, taking down the Omega curtain. So that she's like doing it and has like an extra hand to just like help me out.
Yeah,
I'm like dying.
That's amazing. Perfect. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
If I could get above a 5, that would be like incredible because that's not been happening.
Amazing. You feel yourself take roughly 2 points of exhaustion. 11 was dangerously close to borderline
death.
too many. Yeah. 11's like 5, and you get one more after that, then you die. I mean, 5 is it. 6, you die.
Fantastic.
Okay, so 2 points of exhaustion. Jolene took 2 as well. I'm sorry, she took 3 points of exhaustion. So you see, like, Jolene falls to a knee and kind of like stands back up under this, unseen sort of pressure and the pain and weakness from having 11 years of life suddenly, which you feel that when you see it because you had that done. That the quick, just gonna take those off you real quick leaves you like utterly drained. But tears sort of rolling down both her cheeks as she's like fighting with everything she has, and you are too. You feel this presence racing towards you now. And the two you can even start to see here in the prime that little tufts of mist start forming in the middle of this ritual, and then you start seeing that presence affecting the mist, pushing through hands, just like in the clouds and the storms that you witnessed in your travels, pushing through wings over in the astral plane. 2 more creatures appear. Well, actually, I've got to check that. See what I have here. Got 1 in the back right, and 2 now in the back right, and 1 right in this right, almost in the center, like 10 feet off from the center. As this other form is taking it, the Raziel is taking up that exact center. So there are 2 in the 130 spot now, and 1 like almost in the center, just a little off to the right.
Okay.
And you can also tell this is the last round.
Casting time 1 bonus action. Okay. So as far as kind of going to do the same thing, can she get to a point where she's within 60 feet of the one in the middle, but like 30 feet or so, like physically from the other ones?
Do you need them to be like lined up in a row, or you just need to be that
No,
distance? Then absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So she's gonna quicken another ray of frost at the one in the middle.
Hey, nice. In fact, that'll actually put you like right next to Grundy, who's kind of in between the center and the top right. You kind of back to back with Grundy. You head over there. Wings.
Yep.
You line up to that
So-
one in the center. You said first.
Yes.
Nice.
Since this celestial form's coming through. That is a 25.
That hits. Dissipates.
And then she's going to actually fly towards the two at the 130 spot
Okay.
and use Dragon's Breath on both of them.
Oh, nice.
The 15-foot cone.
Right into the corner and just, I mean, they're cornered at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not an attack. It's
Oh, like a
it
save.
is a dex
Huh?
save.
Is it half damage if they succeed?
Yeah.
It is. Then they'll
Yeah.
dissipate either way. Yeah. Nice. Don't dissipate. Your wings like flare out as you do it. So Grundy, you see that as it comes around to your turn. You're on the edge of the ritual circle, I believe. Oh no, you're in the back wall. Sorry. So you're like noon, Grundy, and you've got like 25 feet to get down to the ritual circle if you want to get back in it. But you saw that epicness with Ashavar.
Yep. Gonna like, kind of like a congratulatory tap on the shoulder, and then run to the
Nice.
middle. Let's go. And kind of just like, let's go.
Awesome. So Ashvar, you kind of turn to as Grundy, so, time slows a little. You turn and you're seeing this form in the center of the ritual really take form. Details coming in as this theme kind of collects on it, adding all these grayscale details. A 17-foot humanoid form. The beautiful angelic wings that are very graceful and swoop out like Zia's when she used to go into the radiant soul wing. And you're watching Grundy slide, and you're seeing this ritual like beams of light from that circle, that perfect circle around them start sort of like has an iridescent sheen like a bubble would, where there's a wall that's forming in different areas, forming this cylindrical wall. As you watch Grundy like leap over one, tuck his feet up real high before it like closes up, and then slide into the circle. Of course, all you need to do is bring your cloak down if you want. But you see, this is definitely coming to an end. You've cleared all the monsters. Grundy dives in safe and slides into the ritual circle. And then it's a bit of a blinding light. You want to keep your hood up and see it all the way to the end, or you want to take it down now that it's finishing?
Oh, if there's something she can see through the blinding light with the cloak on, she's gonna keep it on. Up.
Okay. Yeah. So you are the positive of doing that is that you get to see like the incredible raw magics as they form this creature, allowing them back from their banishment. And it's beautiful. It's hard to describe because it's not like a physical scene. There's this otherworldly nature to it. It's just awe-inspiring. The downside is with the cloak and bright light like that, you end up blinded for like a minute or something. So after witnessing this beautiful thing, shing, you take the cloak down. You got a minute of like fuzzy eyes.
Okay.
But probably feel worth it because it's a really incredible thing to witness to the astral plane. Ilana, Ren, you complete the ritual. Thea, Jolene, you see that instead of the wall going up, you see this bubble-like circle drip down and form this wall, and as it does, it pops, poop, a bunch of little bubbles, and left behind is Wow. Yeah, Raziel, right? Something in my brain's like, that's not it, Dan. Like, oh no.
no.
Yeah, it's right here from
I'm like 80% sure. Yeah.
yeah,
90%
yeah.
sure. And the second you said it, I was like,
Is it? Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I double checked. It's Raziel. Woo!
okay, good.
It is Raziel, and you see just below Grundy sort of sliding across the floor at Raziel's feet. Raziel seems to be very disoriented, wings fluffing a little bit, and rubbing his eyes. You and Jolene in a week and stay. Jolene comes over and just kind of like holds your arm, and for a minute, I'll let you two role play that out, because for a minute, Raziel's just getting his bearings.
Yeah. Zia first selfishly casts healing hand to stop the bleeding.
Mhm.
With one of her hands. And then turns to Jolene now, being able to see those 11 years. I mean, obviously, as it was happening, he was kind of seeing it out of the corner of her eye, but like,
Yeah, it's different.
now really sinks in, like everything, and then slowly turns back to Raziel and realizes, okay, it was all worth it. It was all worth it.
Yeah. Raziel says, is that oh, kind of takes a knee for a minute. Looks, sees Rin, looks around the room and looks over. Of course, you two are grown. So like just assesses for a minute, like thank you. All of you. Is that really you two? Yeah? Jolene?
Yeah.
Am I really back?
Zia's gonna just run up to him and just like, obviously he's much larger, just like try to hug.
Yeah, he's
His
like sort of
leg.
down on that knee on that side.
Just to kind of confirm, like, to
Mhm.
both of them that he is real, like he is here, like there is physical
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah. Jolene will probably follow suit, and he's just gonna embrace you both. And it's like laughter mixed with tears. Oh, you grown so much. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Don't worry, just we're together, and that's what matters. And you're here.
Here. I'm here. Oh. It just starts kind of like losing it a little bit, like in relief and disbelief. There's, I don't know where to begin. I just so happy to see your face. Hold you. Titania?
And
Looks around.
you just kind of see the smile drop from Zia's face. She was taken
By who?
to see Avella by. And then Zia will kind of turn to Jolene. As you kind of just be like, do you want to?
Yes, let's, we'll fill you in, Father. Do we find, a more comfortable place? We'll fill you in on everything. We'll tell you everything. He nods. And let's see. I think that we'll just use sort of his version of a reduce spell to be a little more manageable in height in the building. Which still leaves them, at the height of Zia and Jolene, but much more manageable as far as, doorways and engaging with people. And, Jolene fills them in. Jolene is going to take a moment and just, like, as she's walking, just say, like, thank to each the rest of the party members in here. To express her gratitude in this moment. We load up in the elevator. I'm assuming everyone's packing up to go together.
Ashvar would go with everybody, but there was one thing I wanted her to do
Oh,
first.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
After she put the hood down and like she kind of stayed where she was while her eyes were readjusting.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of descends, so she's standing on the ground again, takes off the cloak, and between like what she saw in the astral plane and this display of familial reunion, her eyes are like pretty much bright blue right now because she's very emotional. And she gives the cloak back to Alana and says, "Thank you. That was amazing." After that, her wings kind of just sort of melt back into her back, where the sort of expansive silver scales had been sort of growing over for the past few months.
Okay.
And then disappear because she wouldn't fit in the elevator otherwise.
Nice.
Yeah, Grundy would have because Grundy slid in and was still literally on the floor while this was all going on, and you kind of just hear because he's kind of behind them, so you just hear like a sniff from back there, like and he's like really happy, and he's like pulls himself up, and then kind of steps outside.
Awesome. Beautiful. All right. Oh, does Alana have anything as she gets the cloak back?
Are your eyes adjusting all right?
Yes, they've adjusted. This is the emotions of it all.
Oh, yes, it's quite lovely, isn't it?
Emotions.
Feelings.
All right, you'll head upstairs, and Jolene's gonna cover the immediate scenario. Merowyn has abducted Titania, looking for Samyaz's tether, and it's up in Ciavella somewhere. Agracus is ahead, in somewhere in I think it was in Iverness, Ciavella, looking for local leads, and we had to get you back first. finally had to meet you. And you know, gets, you know, it kind of segues back into a little of that family reunion space. I think Raziel is just going to be really overwhelmed. You get a big sense of like regret that he feels very responsible. He didn't see this coming, and he's tried for so long to push back to come back and hasn't had the strength or means to do so. It just feels, you can see, he feels that failure after failure as he perceives it. Um, and is just, you know, highly apologetic to the two of you, while also sharing a lot of sentiments of being just unbelievably happy to be here and reconnected, and wants to know everything, but knows this probably isn't the time to ask about everything, and not really sure what to talk. You know, do I ask the questions? Do I you know?
Even celestials get flustered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we have like an awkward moment introducing him, or like, you know, we get back up to the galley or whatever, and Vic is there, and Zia's like, "Oh, you know, Dad, this is Vic." uh, you know, and our other crew members, there are also other crew members who've helped us a lot along the way. We've also
Fantastic.
technically become pirates.
Interesting.
Quite a well, yeah, that's definitely the word I would use. I would kind of regale a bit about you know, the Illithid colony, and sneaking into uh the camp, the government camp, the military camp
Right.
we'd
Mm-hmm.
gotten into, our run-ins with like dark fae creature,
Oh, right.
name I forget at this moment. And yeah, just everything we've gone through, what
Wow.
happened to Atmos. You know, Zia would probably just be like spouting everything in a completely nonsensical manner. Like none of it is in chronological order. It's just when she thinks about it.
Oh, right, and this, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. He's just actively listening, like sitting there, asking questions when is appropriate, like, oh, and this, but just listening and soaking it all up. And you see him just gently smile every so often. He's just tearing up, like he's just so happy that you're here and you're sharing. To
Yeah.
him,
Zia's just got like major middle child energy where you just have like Jolene very stoic, just
yeah.
kind of like nodding every so often and rolling her eyes, just being like,
And that's
and this,
exactly
and
what he's
this.
saying. Yeah. Like it's my little girl telling me all the, you know, all the things, just like, you know, back in the day. And so he just can't help but smile sometimes. And he'll, you know, he'll include Jolene and stuff, like, oh, and you know, and how about this? Vic, of course, has like, Vic tries his best to do what he perceives to be like a good introduction with your father, which is probably him being way overly anxious and a little stiff, and thumbing it up a little bit. It's
What's the
pleasant
worst that
to,
could happen? He's not gonna like disintegrate you. I mean, he could, but he's not going to.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet me, you, sir. The name's Vic. Um, he is incredible, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I said that. Right, I'm Vic. Right. Okay. It's a pleasure, and kind of like, Dad's like, yes, a pleasure indeed.
Yeah, one time he caught me before I almost accidentally fallen into the Omega Sea. It was
Oh.
kind of crazy.
I need to hear all of these. stories. And thank you. Wonderful. And you have other crew members that have settled in and like go through the introductions, with everybody. Yeah, they'll be pleased that you found Macaw, the Tempest, Macaw, and all that, and have kind of made it your home. Does ask about, is aware of the UAF and sort of has like an eye roll, like, oh, they're still around, doing their their BS. And pauses. I do have to ask. Is it all right if I take a moment to use the bathroom? Because I've been trapped in the Southern Realm, and it hasn't been an issue, but I think it's catching up.
Does he just like, does he piss like rainbows? Or how does that work for celestials?
Nice.
If it's just radiant energy?
That's amazing. It hurts in a
Anyway.
good way. So
This gives new meaning to the words golden shower.
yep, I love it so much. And with that, we'll take our bio break. If anyone doesn't know, we take about 10 minutes. Our audio will be hot, so chat with us if you like, and we'll catch you in 10. Right, BRB, boop.
It's been 0 days since Zia spoke about the UAF.
Mhm. All right. I need a snack of some sort. I'm gonna go look. Whew.
Oh no, oh, that's why.
Welcome back.
Oh, hi. I am here late,
Oh,
better
hello.
late than never. Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
All
All right, so switch camera
Yeah.
on.
I'm really sorry. So Dan got a few bad rolls, and Misk did not survive.
What are you? I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It's so
I
true.
mean,
It's
I do believe that Dan would get bad rolls, but
Ooh, snap.
I mean, the people in chat, they'll tell you, if you don't believe
No.
Jay, Grundy and I,
They'll
you
back
believe
you
the
up.
people in chat. The people in chat will back me
Mhm.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Won't you people in chat who are
Oh!
definitely there?
Sounds like a lead if I've ever heard one.
Maybe. I don't know. It depends on if anybody responds.
Grundy pleads the fifth of whatever amendment there is on this plane.
Hmm.
Looks like everybody in chat took a break at the same time we did. Very convenient, I guess. I don't know.
Very
Anyway,
convenient. Yeah.
it was
So,
yeah, unfortunately what happened was
Mm-hmm.
it was like a nat one, and Misk
Yeah.
tripped and fell on their own glaive.
Oh wow. On the glaive? The
On the
glaive did
glaive,
it.
like right
Oh
on
man,
the
that's
glaive.
wild.
that's not what I remember
That's
happening.
wild.
I thought Raziel materialized right on top of Minsk and just crushed them.
Yeah, but that's what happened. Obviously, crushed, and then the glaive was underneath, and then
Oh.
yeah,
That's amazing.
if it had been any other weapon,
If it had been any other weapon,
it
that wouldn't
probably would have been
happened.
mine.
Oh,
But
you know what? I still choose a glaive.
yeah.
Still
Ain't
choose a
no
glaive.
lighting like gaslighting.
Listen, it's very clear,
Mm.
that
Mhm.
for this to be like gaslighting, there would have to be, it would have to be untrue. So,
Also, this is a very weird flavor.
what is it?
Dill pickle popcorn. Listen, I love dill pickle chips. So
Yeah, I prefer dill over sweet pickle.
oh yeah.
I like sour pickles. I like sour, I like spicy. Don't give me sweet pickles. I hate them.
I didn't even know pickle chips were a thing.
Oh. You mean sliced pickles, pickle chips.
No,
So they're
that's
made
not,
out of
Oh, you mean
that's
pickles?
not what I. That's
literal?
not what
You
I
mean like
meant.
literal pickle chips?
Or wait, they're made
No,
out of
I
pickles, or
meant.
they're pickle
I
flavored?
meant no. I meant potato chips with pickle flavoring.
Okay. Those are
Oh,
two
Well,
separate things.
sometimes they overdo it
Yeah,
on
we
the
don't want
citric
those
acid
around.
though, so
They
it's
get-
too sour in the chips.
they get nasty.
Of a regular potato chip flavored like a pickle.
You are a potato chip? Also, hi.
Yep. You are a potato chip now. Yep, because
Or
you
is it a
basically fell on your
pickle-
glaive, died, and reincarnated as a potato chip.
Or is it a pickle flavored like a potato?
Why not both?
Missed market. Missed market.
Nice.
Misk
Missed
market.
mark.
Sharks.
Oh.
I'd like to get in today with
Freshly sliced with a glaive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
nice.
So
Glaive
we've
fresh.
beaten a dead horse, I feel like, at this stage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Being in a dead glaive.
So Claire was trying to
Mhm.
convince me, Dan, that
Mhm.
you made some bad rolls and Misk is now dead.
Sadie's alive. Misk is it's complicated,
It's complicated.
but
Can I ask something real quick? Have we had a long rest during this
Yes.
session?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You were
Sadie did, but Misk didn't.
yeah.
No. How am I
Nice.
ever going to keep track of that?
very carefully.
What if it was like a
Aw.
Wonder Twin situation where, or like a Captain Planet situation where they like defused?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just became two different people.
Yeah. And one of them was evil.
Nice
Oh.
evil.
I don't know.
We'll never know who.
It's not the one you think. Uh,
Doctors hate this.
yeah, it's one weird trick. Diffusing. Right, so ritual completed. What was I gonna tell you? Steph, what was it? What was it now? Oh, right, during this ritual, everyone kind of played a role. You were either there was a chant that needed to be done, a humana 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 humana
Mhm.
humana. So you're either doing that or you were reading the
Okay.
Latin lorem ipsum paragraph that I put together, where it's just kind of Latin for the damn, why do I keep forgetting that word for the mantra of the spell? So just Unit One, Ash, the sassy Southern ship engineer, shipwright, did the other. You have a
Okay.
preference on which you think you might have done between those two?
Can Sadie do can Sadie do like the mantra if they're not proficient in Arcana?
Yeah, it's just repeating the phrase. I mean, it's
Okay.
done. It's done and over, but like whichever one you would have wanted to
Sure.
have done.
I think Sadie would have done the mantra because I think the chanting would have triggered her
Nice. Nice. No,
from her
no more
from her
chanting.
upbringing.
I hear chanting in the walls. Okay, sounds good. All right,
Yeah.
let me bring us back. Since we're all pretty much back here, and time's just about back. All right. So you did that. Mission success. Raziel returned to Jolene and Zia. Very,
Oh,
was happy to see one another. A lot of emotions. Spark got to witness really cool magical happening as this all coalesced into the 17-foot figure that is Raziel, who's since cast Reduce on themselves, but they're still around Zia Jolene's height, maybe a little taller with Reduce. Those are more being jewels in the house. Everyone, the crew was all introduced to Raziel and so on. And Raziel's been updated on the important bits like Titania being abducted, yada yada yada. I'm just kidding. Um, so there we are with those goods. So that's the morning and probably a nice fresh lunch after all this is done. Vic will whip up for everybody to have that time for Raziel to kind of try and reconnect a little bit, and meet everybody. Um, is there anything you would all like to do for this afternoon before like putting your heads together to figure out what's next?
I feel like there's definitely gonna at least be a time where Izia, Raziel, and Jolene are gonna head out because one of the thing, like just outside, because Izia wants to show Raziel that she learned how to become like larger and thanks to Vic.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be like a little bit of a you could stay your normal size kind of moment.
Oh,
Like,
that's beautiful.
yeah.
Awesome. It's a wonderful catch-up session. You probably run into Gorg, who's happy to see Raziel return. Um, and Raziel just has like some more history and some more fun bits, more little stories about when you were like, before your active memory about the two of you, fun times here. You almost fell out of this tree, we were this and that. But
Oh, and that will definitely remind Zia about Carmine as well. Be like, we found this dragon egg here.
oh,
And then we kind of introduced Carmine as well. You wouldn't happen to know anything about like how a dragon egg like ended up out here, would you?
Yes, absolutely. This macaw was once guarded by ancient celestial dragon. They would lay eggs every so often, but I didn't know anywhere fertilized eggs. Um, incredible. They sadly have passed before the banishment. Um, just they were very very old, but yes, life found a way. Don't you? Original line. Uh, that's incredible, incredible. Um, and that's I'll probably say Carmine wasn't around yet, but we'll meet him after. We like meet them after, and be like, oh, you know, in the same way that early on Carmine sort of like bowed a head or some sign of acknowledgement to Yuzia, they do to Raziel and stuff, as that's sort of not their duty to watch over this place, and but you're all tied together. Um, oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That's and tell some stories about how grand the celestial dragon was. They had their own cloud that was, maybe half the size of Macaw, or a quarter the size of Macaw, that they could create, and people could stand on, and they just sort of sleep on their cloud. um, things like that. Yeah, nice. So it's a wonderful reconnection time. Inside, things go by. Let me just take a look here and see. Oh, good, good. That's their thing. That's that. That's that. Okay, so late dinner comes around, and Jolene will probably, bring up. It's a good dinner. You have most of your dinner. It's fun, and there's stories. Raziel's probably sharing like the silly stories of Zia and Jolene as like little babies, little kids, the things they did, embarrassing stories and such. And Jolene, as things die down, will probably hike up, and I'd really almost rather not say anything, but I guess I should just ask. So, we need to clearly make a plan to go get Titania, or go see Arrakis. But Father, will you be coming with us? What do you need to do now that you've returned? And gets a little quiet, probably around the table.
Izzy will be like, after like a little bit of this answer, be like, well, of course, like, I mean, he's just gonna go and he's gonna solve it and it'll be easy. I mean, he's incredibly powerful, like descended from Al. Like, I mean, I'm sure you could just teleport over there and be back with Titania,
That's
before we even know it. Like, you could time travel and just arrive with Titania back when we first released you. Like, it should be super simple.
were I in the state I was in before banishment, most of that would be doable and simple. I was not banished to a demi-plane or empty space, but a place with abominations, a place tethered, I believe, even to the what can be found beyond the Omega Sea, the Omega Curtain, and had that very same sort of energy, same sort of creatures. I tell you, if it was not already my charge our charge, to oversee that and leave a way for mortals to seal that Omega Curtain, I would know all the better now how important it is. Survive, I've used a great deal of my powers. I can recharge, I can recover. But I hate to add more uselessness on top of uselessness, but the time being, I could go. I'm weak. And I want to save titanium. I could go and I can swing a sword. Most of my celestial powers are at all time low. Or I could recharge for some time, regain some of my celestial powers, and perhaps show up at a when the iron is ready to strike. I think difficult. I wish to run out immediately and try and save Titania. Worry that would be foolhardy. Also, don't care. You tell me what will help you the most. All seem rather capable, and I don't know your skills and such. Tell me what will help the most. And that's what I'll do. Get Titania back.
You can see Zia kind of like tearing up that like the person who she thought was gonna be like the big hero who was gonna like come in and fix everything and make it all okay is now like a very fancy paperweight in some ways.
Yeah.
Just
Um,
compounded like by her terrified idea of like what those creatures must have been doing for more than a decade to him.
sorry.
How 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 would how would you recharge?
Um,
What does that mean? What does that look like?
I would ask Rin to use his throne and the seat of the island. Lean on Rin to use what's charging the island to charge me. Time is the biggest element, but Rin can greatly assist. The more time I have, the more power I regain. With at least say you're traveling to Stuvella. That's where did you enter space, McCall? Where are you in the quadrant currently? Once you leave McCall. Oh, right, you said because you filled them in on everything, I think, right? So,
Yeah.
all right, so you're near. Oh gosh, where were we actually? We just. Oh yeah, over there with my my eel. My eel. perhaps a 2.5, 3 months journey by the Tempest to see Vela. In that time, I could recharge enough to teleport myself in a moment of need and have some level of celestial power I could call down to assist, either bolstering strengths or smiting an enemy, perhaps
Okay.
restricting them.
You think it would take 2 months to get to Ciavella?
2.5 or 3 months by Tempest's sails, yes.
I don't know if it was that far away.
Well, Bryn,
Okay.
and a bit of a bow. Can you find a way to, before charging me, is there a way to make this work? Return the Tempest not to my heel, but close, or at least closer, to Ciovella. Bryn thinks for a moment. I think it's doable. I need the evening and night. Prepare a little bit worn, but we'll draw on the island. Not something we could do frequently, but it feels like if any time is the time, it would be now. I could probably get you a day, half a day away from Ciahella if we do this in the morning. I kind of thank you, and as always. Once, if this works for you all, then when you need me, Zia or Jolene, invoke my name. And either I can arrive, or I can send my power to smite, or embolden, strengthen, weaken. And we'll connect and see what your needs are, and assist with every ounce of whatever strength I've recovered at that point in time.
Zia's gonna turn to Alana and is gonna ask, do you think Guardian could assist Rin? Maybe with a second Archfey? Does it work like that? I'm not sure.
I think first they'd have to see if they truly are an archfey. I don't think they've had the time to discuss it yet. But it's entirely possible.
Yeah, but that would
They
take.
don't know much about archfey powers.
If we take up Ren's time to help us get closer to Ciavella, then we're taking away my father's time to recharge. And if we took Rin to try to figure out if Guardian's an Archfey, then that would also take away time for both of those things. And we don't even know if that would work. I guess. Okay. It'd be really great if Red could be in like 3 places at once. That would be ideal.
Wouldn't we all?
If you're taking suggestions at all, I think allowing for more time for your father to recharge would be prudent. Allowing him time to recover from his banishment and be closer to full power would be rather helpful in our endeavors.
I mean, part of me wonders if giving, first of all, traveling for 2.5 or 3 months, how many opportunities is that for the UAF to find us? Plus, how much could oh my gosh, I continuously forget our how close could Merwin get to completing her goals during that time?
Jolene. Okay.
Ren,
Yes.
how using tonight to get us closer to Zavella, how much would it take away from your ability to help my father recharge?
Well, we've had a good amount of time to store up and operate energy since you've returned me to my proper form. So there's a little to spare for the abridged travel. I think will consume up much of the spare energy, but we can get right to charging your father. And honestly, if I'm not sure what the entire situation is with Guardian. If you're saying they have some archfey to them, might convince them to, if they do, stay. Maybe stay here and help me recharge. Actually, they say Raziel, and you hear it. Everyone else hears the music, but they seem to be able to say it. Because they were chosen by Ao, and they're the thing as well. So they're not bloodline, but they were chosen. So, um, I think Jolene might pop in. Yes, and we have to. We also have to account for Titania. We don't know what condition she's in and how. And we know Marilyn was never treated well. Um, if we have to travel for 2.5 or 3 months, adding that much pain and suffering to Titania, if we can skip it, we can skip it. We have to, don't we? I think we're gonna chime back in. Right. Well, let's we speak with Guardian, and at least we can find out what's happening and then plan from there. Um, I'll know. I mean, I guess I've never looked at them to see if there's any say to that. Um, but it won't take more than an hour to figure out.
I feel like that's not too much time in the grand scheme of things. Alana, are you okay with that? Do you want to be with Guardian? I mean, I guess you were the one who kind of figured it all out.
I'm fine either way. As long as Guardian gets their answers, that's all I care about.
All right. Well, I guess we're only an hour away from definitely knowing, which is
Right.
fantastic.
I'll get right on it. You know where they can be found, and I'm sure one of you has seen Guardian. Yeah, on the ship or whatever. Right. All right. And you're coming as well then, Alana? Perfect. Well, let's head out. You head out of the dining area, down the elevator to the ship. Is there anything the rest of you want to RP at dinner or sort out? Or if not, I'll swap over to Alana and Rin. Guardian. Okay.
Oh, sorry, my mouse didn't move quick enough. Before dinner, just Ashavar would probably be taking a fly around the island because it's fun.
Nice. It feels
Grundy,
amazing. Mhm. Even different
Grundy's
than the
probably going to
broom.
do more of the same thing. Just go outside, find a tree, punch it.
Okay, yeah, more of that. My sister, and she doesn't.
More of the
doesn't
working out
remember
thing,
me.
yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, so when you get out there, kind of let off some more of that steam and have time to think. Ashtavar, yeah, the way that your wings fill with air and that lift and drag as you fly through, you've been on the broom, you know that's a blast, but this is entirely different. And it feels good. You can feel that it's like an itch being scratched for your draconic ancestry, like to be windborn, yes. Beautiful. All right. Well then. Um Alana and Rin, you head down, you find Guardian. Rin's gonna ask Guardian to come to that place of power the generator with all the room with all the crystals and such for the island. And the three of you head down there. I'm gonna try and avoid, role playing too much back and forth to Rin and Guardian if I can. So I'll just say that for as far as assessing this, Rin asks them some questions and they don't have answers. Guardian doesn't know anything. You bring up the information that you know about Serenith, and such, and Guardian, uh, no, actually, let me do a check for Guardian. Actually, a save for Guardian. Right. I feel like a little phase as you start beginning talking about Serenith and this master of the hunt, the wild hunt, uh, wolves that are always accompanying them and everything else. And Rin is doing basically taking an hour. He's taking a short rest to assess and explore these options and the energy and such. So, in your assistance, Solana, would you mind making an Arcana check um, to help Rin identify some of this, the types of magic that are coming off of them? Let me what you got. My goodness.
32.
Okay. All right. Um.
Hardly anything.
Yeah. Um. You and Rin, cover like you're covering all the facts that you know about the wild hunt in Serenith, Lana, that you learned way back when. And Rin is, helping Guardian sort of process and understand that. Basically, it's going to boil down to a moment where Rin's going to share, Guardian, that the antlered skull, your wolf, your form, your smoke and darkness, nature, your magic is definitely okay. Magic. Now that I've had the time to assess, everything points to you being this Serenith, master of the hunt, the wild hunt. Can we be certain? Looks at Alana. No, but we're both pretty sure. About as close as you can get without knowing. Uh, It comes down to whether or not you wish to accept that name at the risk, as you've shared, of accepting the wrong name and disappearing. Or if you wish to remain guardian for now or forever. Guardian, not one to often be in deep contemplation. Is just sort of grinding some gears so I can battle it itself isn't. I've been slain many times only to rise again. But this is what I've sought. I found nothing. Together you've brought me this information, perhaps answers. Do I risk it all and disappear? You need all the allies you can get. So I played safe, right by your sides. But perhaps half the person I could be if I accepted my name. But I take the risk and come into my full power if I'm ageable better. What are your thoughts? Looks Brandon Alana.
I think to not be truly living as yourself isn't really living.
That I can attest to. But this is your choice. Your challenge, your gamble. It will support you either way. But truly for Faye, knowing your name, living in your name, does make one reach the limits, their extraordinary limits, as a Fae and Archfey in particular. So I'll leave you with that. So I'll add a roll in. Oh, okay. Right. I don't know why I'm even considering kneeling before this challenge. A decisive battle. Single stroke. Before life or death. All right. But I wish to do this beside everyone. The Terrence, thank you, as she says over her shoulder. Um, she's gonna head to the elevator. Are you heading up, Alana? Yes, okay. And heads up. So, kind of coming back into the, as everyone's finishing up their food, the three of them walk back in, Guardians. I've decided I'm ready. I wanted to do this in front of you all, by your sides. If I disappear, know that we, through many battles, have forged true friendship. Even though I was newer to the ship, the crew.
Ashabar like squinches up her face a little bit and looks over at Guardian and says, I have a feeling it's going to go well.
Thank you, Ashavar. Well, to victory then. Takes a
Victory.
Victory.
takes a knee as you all kind of chime in with to victory. I, known currently as Guardian, had bowed, sword drawn, like down into the wood of the floor. Except as my true name, my true identity. Serenith, master of the wild hunt. And there's like an explosion of energy where her form sort of explodes into that billowing darkness that comes off of her and fills portions of the space here. You can still see each other, but it's like a tempest of this smoke expanding outward from where she was. Um, and the energy, the tempest blows hair around the food. Some silverware cups get knocked over before settling on the floor, sort of like the dust turns from cloud to like a packed ash from a fire that coats the entirety of the floor, like two in the tables for food, with like 2 inches of this ash. No sign, Guardian. Self together, reforming. Maybe 1.5 times the Guardian size prior. You feel this arcana, the same as Rin, that they just put off this otherworldly, mysterious, majestic magic, and it draws together. And Guardian, now Serenith, as their true identity is confirmed and accepted, draws together with an outfit a bit different. They still have a long cloak that is more like a duster that kind of flows over everything. It's got big, fluffy, white and gray and black, like furs that line the edge, that are sort of billowing with more smoke. The be-antlered, skull initially forming as well, cloak dragging out behind her, but some more vibrant colors underneath. Just a much more official look. And eyes now, instead of the dull black that they have in the smoky black that her eyes have always been. The beautiful crystal blue that you see in the picture. Um, Light, adorn her eyes now, and she smiles wide. Well, that works. I'm back. Serenith, everyone. A pleasure to make your acquaintance once again.
I want to just like hold her chest and the table.
I'm
I'm so glad I didn't kill you.
I'm very
And
glad you didn't disappear. I told you.
yes, thank you, and you were right. That's right.
It was a bit questionable there for a bit, but
Hmm.
you seem more like yourself.
I have more of my mind and wits about me. I feel whole again.
Good.
Now, I understand you need a little more power. Yes? You feel like this energy radiate out as she laughs. Um, I can provide. Well, let's, I think, together It's like slaps Rin's more frail, much more frail shoulder and frame. I believe between the two of us, we can certainly get you to Siovella. Half a day, you said, a day, and and I can begin charging Razia. I'll have to stay here, but perhaps if you call for Raziel's aid, I can ask for a ride, be sent along, and rejoin. But I will give my everything in this task until I can rejoin and fight shoulder to shoulder with all of you.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all. It would be still likely on that small island, unknowing of any of this without your help. All of you.
I know it's been so soon since you've come back, but do you remember how you came to be there in the first place? Did it have anything to do with the Omega Sea?
Indeed. Good. I am an archfey. I am Seventh Master of the Wild Hunt. This quadrant I'm not often beckoned to. There's and she pulls out this horn. I was summoned by this horn. Puts it, down on the table or back. If anyone has an interest, they can look at it. But otherwise, she'll put it away. There are a few things that can summon me. Often I choose the quarry of the wild hunt myself, but horn I'm bound to, and a couple of other methods to pursue a wild hunt for someone else's behalf. Was called here to this quadrant, and typically I don't die, as most of us don't. I reform. However, so even in the wild hunt, if I am slain, I return and will often hunt the quarry again with other hunters. But when I was slain, I was thrown into the Omega Sea. Something to do with the way that disrupts this quadrant, disrupts movement of teleportation and otherwise, undid quite a bit of me. Not remember. The quarry I was sent after was the Dracolich that was dead and sealed in Atmos. At the time, unable to defeat it. Slain and thrown into the Omega Sea. So someone else, either time or someone else, saw fit to end its life and bury it below Atmos. I'm all the more in favor of the work you all do, eliminating the Omega Sea and Omega Curtain. It has no business being here. Well, truly an honor every day. Let me get started. repay the favors done to me. We'll, just head over to, Raziel and just say, when at your command we'll begin. Kind of sit down over there. So Rin will say, all right, well, that sounds fantastic. I still need the evening and night here to charge up what I need, but in the morning, I can get you all about a half a day or so, a day outside of at least the edge of Sea of Ella. Be sure to stock up on anything you need. Prepare it any way you need to.
Zia's gonna just have a brief aside to Jolene, because obviously she really wants to like see action, but
Yeah.
after the ritual is still at 4 levels of exhaustion.
So you ended up with 2. Jolene had 3.
3. So I was gonna try to convince Jolene to like probably rest for a little bit and follow after.
All right. All right. Let's get a very long rest in tonight. I don't want to run into any challenges and fail due to being overworked.
Yeah.
All right. This is good. Get to Titania all the sooner. Top Maryland.
Yeah.
The books, my books, I wish to keep them here, where they're safe, in the vault, if that's all right.
Of course.
I recommend you do the same with yours, especially while Rin and Raziel are here to protect. But I know that is up to you.
Yeah. And Zia almost goes like, "Oh, and don't forget Guardian," and then like auto corrects, and it's like Seraph.
Mm. So we can head to bed and get a good rest, unless anyone has anything they want to do before bedtime.
Long rest sounds good.
Alana tries to offer help to Rin and hang out with her a little bit.
So
before
cute.
bed.
Nice, yeah. I mean, if you need a hand. Nice. Awesome. Well, they are very glad to have that, where you're still able to get, your rest in and stuff. And you help them prepare. That'll probably, say that'll even help. They make sure you're half a day away instead of a day by a little extra help that they're gonna get. Okay. So a very good night's rest for everyone. So go ahead and mark off one of your points of exhaustion. Zia should bring you just down to 1. And I will bring 3 down to 2 for Jolene. Okay. Morning comes around, power breakfast. Vic has got all sorts of things set. Vic was actually a little squirrely this morning. For Vic. A little squirrely. But you'll notice it in particular, Zia. I mean, maybe no one else might notice that, but you'll pick up Lily's a little squirrely. He's got something else, on his mind, or something's going on. And ultimately he'll come up, as he'll check in like 4 or 5 times on how breakfast is, for you specifically. At one point, one of the crew will be sitting next to you, and he'll come over with a meal. He usually just kind of make sure if things are going throughout, and then kind of eats before, after, during. But he pulls up a seat. He asks them to scoot so sit next to you. and people started finishing their meals, going about preparing the ship and everything, and at one point or another, imagine the two of you will be there with sparse others, elsewhere maybe. Like, sheepishly, so yeah, breakfast is good, right? I still.
Uh, yeah, yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it always is. So, you know,
Good.
um, is everything okay? I mean, I know it was a lot to meet my dad.
I
So,
that was I was silly. But I no, everything's fine. I'm glad the way everything's going. Really, really glad actually. I well, I was hoping to ask you. I thought we'd have a little more time on the travel. I'm glad we don't. But with just a half a day or so, I mean, really, we could do this anytime. Um, so there's. I'm just gonna wait a second. Sorry. No, that's fine. It's such a lot. I didn't wanna.
It sounds like you're speaking through one of those kid microphones.
Yeah, the little echoey chamber ones. Oh, it's awesome.
Vic pulls out a microphone.
Yeah, this one's for you. Nice. There's in my culture, I've recently learned about a significant ritual that
oh,
is
are there more runes? Like, is there something else?
ah well, it's there is something. It's sort of well. It's a ritual I'd like to ask if you'd have an interest in doing with me. It's one that expresses connection and feelings and sort of defines an active interest in another person.
So
You
it couldn't be the storm giant rune, right? Like nothing like that. I mean, I guess
no.
the connection I could see
I'm so sorry. No,
like
no.
lightning.
It's not nothing martial about it. About it. I'm sorry. It's this is. Oh, Zia, I think I've fallen pretty hard, and I think I'm in love with you. And there's a ritual where I can express it a little better. And I was just wondering if it's okay if we do that because I'm not very good at this. And do whatever you will with it, or just say no, it's okay, I'll take it, and I'll go make some desserts. But and he's like kind of squinting, and like then he kind of peeks an eye open to see.
And Zia is like almost like getting close to laughing.
Awesome.
And it's probably that's gonna make Vic probably like very nervous, I feel like. Um I I I think I love you too. I love you too. I
I
yeah.
all right.
I there's no one else I'd rather do uh this ritual with. Yeah.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, all right. Well, we'll do it when there's time. It's a beautiful ritual. Not half as beautiful as you, of course, but in its intricacy and it's the way it's sort of uh, we basically get to share a dream together, and in that dream we get to shape it and form it to share and express sort of how we feel in a way that's a little more visual and abstract than me talking about it here, where it's maybe not so uh eloquent. um uh but it's just sort of a shared little dreamscape that the ritual puts us in. um if Whenever there's time, it can be as short as we wish, and up to about 8 hours in total if we want. But I've got to be honest, I don't know if 8 hours is enough to express how I feel about Jizia, but I'll do my best to put it into whatever time we have.
I mean, there's, a saying when it comes to ASMR, when you sleep close to one, you can't have bad dreams.
Oh, I've had nothing but wonderful dreams. I've met you, to be honest, so I think there's something to it.
I think I really, I'm, thank you for waiting until my father was back. I, I really appreciate that. I think if it's okay with you, I would really like to make sure my family is whole, and then I'd like to welcome you into it.
I love that. Absolutely love that's absolute, of course. Of course. Uh, um a little he's giddy like um so in the meantime, I just want to say, uh, I don't know, I don't even want to mess it up, but um and he's gonna lean in for a kiss instead of trying to say anything. It's okay if
Yeah,
it's not okay. Yeah, you know.
no, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it gives you Kazeen. I hit the thought. Um, just wanted to share that without messing it up with the words. All right. Well, let's reunite that family then, right? Awkwardly. uh,
I'm curious, is like Raziel here?
uh,
Like during all
oh,
this, or did Vic like wait for him to like leave?
I don't know. I kind of want Raziel to be like over in a different table, like sort of watching now, like what's going on here?
And suddenly Vic feels Vic feels a hand on his shoulder.
Nice. All right, and I think with that, we'll wrap up tonight's session. I think we'll wrap
Wow.
there. Yeah. We'll pick up with the flight to Sea of Ella. Woo!
Woo!
Awesome. All right. Well, super exciting. Thank you, players. Steph, thanks for making it in here, diving in towards the end. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. This is Vic, by the way, because he's bald. So me is now you can't see it. Now you can, and it's
Mhm.
Peg. And I become Peg. I've seen.
And scene.
Yeah. Awesome. Amazing as always. Players, thank you so much for the beautiful role play and amazing. As we're gonna get into the meat of it next session. Sea of Ella. You're gonna find out what you're gonna find out when you get there. There's a bunch of cool, exciting stuff leading up just to getting to Iverness, and then all the cool goodies out there, and then everything's sort of like right there, right? There's Titania, there's Sam Yaz's tether, and then my God, it's a huge step towards like endgame, where then you just have to get Gadriel's engine back from Alley and make Macaw magic happen.
Aw.
Um, and avoid Fleet Commander Siltree in the process.
Yes.
uh,
I have a feeling Grundy's. Well, we'll maybe wait for the after show for that. But
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, so it's pretty late, so I'm not gonna raid, and we'll just wrap up for tonight. So have a lovely night, players and viewers. We'll catch you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.